Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
So we're here at LoWeb 2010. Who are you?
My name is Matt Barry. I'm the Chief Executive of freelancer.com. We're the world's largest outsourcing marketplace.
So it used to be Get a Freelancer, and now it's freelancer.com all over the world?
That's right. So in 2004, the company started, and originally it was called Get a Freelancer. It was a Swedish company. Beginning of 2009, we acquired it, and it's now called freelancer.com. And we're in the process of actually rolling out a whole series of regional sites. So we've just launched freelancer.com AU, Freelancer New Zealand, Freelancer UK last week.
So are you actually saying it's the biggest place to connect with freelance
That's right.
programmers?
So we have 2 million people on the site. We're about the 320th biggest website in the world. And I don't know if you know this, but just about any time of day you can hire someone from the other side of the world to do just about any job you can think of. It can be building a website, marketing, accounting, tax, mechanical engineering, electronic design, VLSI, you name it.
So the 2 million people are people with talents that can do the job?
That's right. So we think it's the world's deepest, most liquid labour force. It can literally be 4 a.m. in the morning and you can come up with some sort of crazy idea, and there'll be probably about 10,000 people online that might be able to assist you with your job.
So how do you connect people with ideas with people who can do it?
Well, that's the trick of having a marketplace, but it's as simple as eBay. So all you have to do is come along and post a project. Within seconds, we start notifying people. We send about 1 million emails per hour out to our 2 million freelancers. And people will start bidding on a job. On average, you'll get 40 or 50 people bidding on just about any job you can think of.
So they are subscribed to a category of work somehow, and they get an email instantly?
That's right.
When somebody's asking for something within something, right?
That's right. There's 360 different categories of work, and freelancers can subscribe to whatever category they're interested in. And as jobs get posted, we inform freelancers about those jobs.
So the money goes into an escrow,
That's
and
right.
then it gets released. At what point how do you release the money?
That's right. So an employer can put money into escrow, and that way a freelancer knows the money is available and they can start work, but they can't access the money until the employer decides to release it. So it's up to the employer. Usually what we do is we say, when the work is done or you've reached a certain milestone that you're happy with, then release some of the funds. But it's up to the employer and the freelancer to figure out how they deal with that.
But often, it's been my experience, I used to get a freelancer like 2006, something
Yep.
like that. And I have some ideas in the beginning,
Yep.
but then it keeps expanding, and every time they make it worked. It was awesome, and
Yep.
but I keep getting more ideas. And how do you do you have to have an agreement with the freelancer? How does it? Is there some tool for that to expand on something?
I'm not quite sure about what the question is.
So the question is, if your idea starts small and suddenly you want to add stuff,
Yep.
Could it be conflicts going on and stuff like that? How do you resolve it?
Yeah, of course, a lot of the time you'll have a small idea, then you have all these other ideas, and so it's up to you. If the freelancer wants to help you with those other ideas, you can put up more money and more milestone payments to do the work, or you can post other projects and get lots of freelancers working on the project together.
So do you think it might be possible to use your site to build the next Google?
It's possible. Let me tell you, so dig.com, that started with $60 on one of our competitors' websites. PC Tools, which is one of my partner's sites, which sold to Symantec for a large amount of money, that started as a $1,000 project. So it is possible to build a big business using freelancers and with a very small budget. And that's why in Silicon Valley you've seen the whole emergence of super angels. So you see these funds like Dave McClure speaking today, who stick in $20,000, $50,000 instead of $5 million into a company, because now it's so inexpensive. It's never been a better time to start a company. It's very, very cheap to go start an internet business nowadays.
So would you say that most of the people in this room actually use your services, like to start companies?
Well, I don't know, but I hope so. Certainly for the most part, if you're in information technology, you absolutely can use our site to get your business started very, very inexpensively. It costs about 1/10 of what you pay locally. So if you want to build a website locally and a designer's quoting you $5,000, it'll cost you about $500 on our website. So it's a great resource for entrepreneurs.
Do you have tools to measure talents, like how good people are? Because programming is hard to quantify, right?
That's right. So there's a bunch of things. First of all, we've got exams. So freelancers who pass exams get little badges in their profile showing how well they did in the exam, what the talent was, etc. And there's a whole range of different skill sets. It might be iPad programming or Android or you name it. The second thing is we have
just online exam?
Online exams. Yeah,
so they get like a certain amount of time to solve something?
That's right. They get a certain amount of time to solve different questions, and then depending on what their score is, they might pass or fail. If they pass, you'll get a little badge in your profile with the percentage you got for that exam.
How can you be so sure that they're alone at solving that problem? Maybe one guy is helping everybody else? It's hard to know.
I guess it's possible, but what we do is we randomly draw the questions out from a big database. So every time you do the test, it's going to be different. So you have to do the test a lot of times to see all the questions. And if they've got someone sitting next to them to help them with the exam, they've probably got someone sitting next to them to help them with the project as well. So maybe it might work out. The second thing we've got is you can see the reputation of every freelancer all the way back through every project they've done. So for every project, you can see how much money they earned, what the project was for, what the rating was, what the feedback was, just like eBay.
Yeah.
So that way you can get a good idea of whether someone's good or bad, because if someone starts not performing, they get bad feedback and they drop in the lists.
So you would suggest somebody with an idea who might never have used this before,
Yep.
they should go post it and then post it very detailed
Yep.
idea, or like they should basically publish the whole idea. Isn't there a risk that somebody comes and steals the idea?
I've never heard about that before, but certainly with anything, first of all, you want to make sure you get the best freelancer for the job. So make sure you find someone that you can trust and build a long-term working relationship with. And the second thing is, there's no reason to tell everyone everything, right? You can build a company without telling everyone all the trade secrets. Just like if you've got a real company, you don't tell all the employees what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
So you might have one freelancer build one part of the project, one freelancer does the other part of the project, but you don't reveal obviously all your information.
Do you have people working, for example, in India or working in Eastern Europe, or are there anyone in your company working over there somehow, doing some things over there, or are you based
In our company?
Yeah.
Well, we've got freelancers from every country in the world, including the Vatican and Antarctica.
Yeah.
In our company, we've got all our engineering and so forth is based in Sydney, Australia, and we have a big support team in the Philippines that does 24/7 support. And we have people that we're starting to put in different countries. We've got someone in the US, for example, at the moment, and so on, that we're kind of building out over time.
But are you planning at all to like open offices in India to somehow like be closer to the freelancers?
Yeah, in the key markets, yeah, we are looking at doing that.
So what could you do if you did that over there?
Well, we'll put a country manager in and marketing and PR to start off with, and then over time we'll look at see what other functionality we want to build out.
Could you like do exams locally somehow? And
It's a
does that make
possibility,
any
I guess.
sense? Or
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I know what you're getting at there
Yeah.
in terms of qualifications and so forth. It's probably not something immediately on our schedule, but something probably for the future.
Are you publicly traded company? Do you announce how much money is being traded there?
We're not public, but in the next 12 months we'll do about 40 to 50 million in turnover.
40-50 million turnover.
US.
That means it's money that goes to the
Through the
freelancers.
site, yeah, through the
And
site.
there's a percentage you keep, right?
That's right.
And you keep that at the payment point.
We keep that as people get paid, we take a commission, obviously.
How much?
We charge the freelancer 10% and we charge the employer 3%.
3%.
Yeah.
And could you tell some stories about? Because there's a lot of talent. For example, in India,
Yep.
they can program basically anything.
Yep.
And so this is very valuable for them. Or is there a huge opportunity right there? You can grow much more. Or
There's this huge opportunity. I mean, the world. I mean, if you think about it, the world, 6.8 billion people in the world. Only 1.8 billion people are currently on the internet. Right? Only about 25% of the world's population on the internet.
Yeah.
The other 75% of the world's population are connecting right now. And 4 of the 5 billion people who are connecting right now are on an average wage of somewhere between $1 and $10 a day. So what's happening in the labour market today is disruption, right?
Yeah.
Huge amount of suppliers coming online right now. And it's going to change everything, right? It's going to change the way we run our businesses. We'll have a virtual workforce as well as a local workforce. The way we live our lives, we're going to have a personal area network of assistants who might help us with appointments and help with the presentations and so forth. This is going to change everything, I think, this space.
And is the level of life over there, what's called standard living,
Yep.
for people who are freelancers, and this is that actually good for them?
It's very good,
They make
actually.
better salaries than they would otherwise.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're
Yeah.
Bangladesh and you're a search engine optimized specialist, it's pretty grim if you're looking for local jobs, right? But on our site, you can earn the equivalent of a monthly wage in a matter of days.
So it's actually a big opportunity for them, even
Absolutely.
though it's outsourcing. On the other hand, is like controversial in the other way, right?
Absolutely. I mean, if you're in the Philippines and you
Yeah.
have a university degree and you work in a call center, which is the main industry of the Philippines, your average wage per month is somewhere around $230 to $300 a month, right?
Yeah.
And freelancing, on the other hand, you have the opportunity to earn that in a matter of maybe hours or days, depending on how deep your technical skill sets are.
And there are companies of freelancers, or mostly individual freelancers?
It's a whole range. It goes from individuals right through to companies. So on the low end, it's an individual working, who might be a student or it might be a working as home office or so forth.
Yeah.
Right up to, we've got someone in India who makes $1 million a year on our site, building $65 websites with 100 people and 2 design facilities.
100 people?
100
Wow.
people.
So, and the range is basically whatever you can do as a freelance.
That's right. Anything you can think of. So it goes right through from the technical fields of programming and website design, SEO, right through to mechanical engineering, architecture, accounting, tax, financial research, scientific research, you name it.
All right, scientific research.
Yep.
Like analyzing space pictures or...
Oh, anything. Any sort of scientific research, artificial intelligence, machine learning. We've even had projects in quantum mechanics.
All
Believe it or
right.
not.
And trying to find the passwords?
No, nothing illegal. If we see something illegal, we pull it down.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Okay.